Hey guys, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, let me get a couple of things out of the way. One, why am I wearing sunglasses inside? Well, because it annoys my husband. He doesn't like any sunglasses with any color whatsoever at all, and I think it's kind of funny. And guess what? It's the little things in life that makes me smile. Two, do you see this horse's butt on your screen? Well, guess what? It's there for a reason, because he's full of crap, and so am I. Everything on this channel and everything going to be said today is my opinion, and my opinion alone. This is for your entertainment and only your entertainment. If I do not entertain you, I am so sorry. I am on the internet just for fun. Today, we just happen to be talking about Miss Amber Lynn and her BPD once again, and she's going to show us a haul that she managed to get on Amazon. So this one, once again, we're going to see if we can get through this together. So y'all buckle up, and we're going to be on this journey as we just slide on through. So we're just going to press play.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. So today is March 4th and we're gonna start this vlog with an Amazon haul. So first things first, I got this really cool purse. So in the light, it actually changes color.
I've actually seen those purses. I've seen very few of them out in public, but I've seen them advertised a whole lot, so it's not like she's being very original. Yeah. And okay, we're also missing something. We really are. We are missing the hair update. We always used to get a hair update. She just washed her hair, or she straightened her hair, or her hair's a mess. We used to get all kinds of updates. She quit giving us those. Well, she's a little bit behind on her own dadgum vlogs and the information we need,
So if like your phone has a flash on it, or like especially like in the sunlight, etc., I will post a picture here. It is genuinely so neat looking. So I haven't even opened it yet. I did like take all of these things out of like the Amazon packages just so it's easier.
Why do you buy all these purses when you really don't go anywhere? I'm asking for the simple fact of, I know you have quite a few in your closet, and I know you've been through your closet a few times and had to go and pick ones off the top. Okay, well, this one still has tags on it. I've never carried it. This one has tags on 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 it. And I'm just going to give them all away because I no longer like them. You do that constantly. I don't have the money to go and watch it fly away. But obviously you do.
So it does come with a long strap, which I love. So this brand is Love Vook, and I am telling you, literally there's purses of every size, backpacks of every size, there's wallets.
And that is exactly what I mean. They're advertised all over the place, so it's not really anything original. Yeah, Amberlynn, I wouldn't expect you to kind of get it because you like the ones that are like bright pink lips and okay, nothing really surprises me, to be honest with you, whenever it comes to you purchasing stuff and showing it off, because I think you sometimes want to write it off. Yeah, that's what I think.
So now I'm just going to see how long the strap is for our bigger bodies. Because I'm sure some of you know that, like, depending on, like, what size you are, some purses just don't feel right. All right, let me move you guys down so you can see here.
If you like the purse, or you like the bag or whatever it may be that you've bought, if you like it, you would not care if it was too short on you. You would not care if it wouldn't fit over your shoulder. You would not care if you couldn't get your fingers through it. You would not care because you would be showing it off going, oh, it's so cute. And you would be wanting to show it off to everybody. You would not care. So you just looking at it and looking at the length and where it lays, that really doesn't matter because you like it and you're going to keep it.
And it actually fits perfectly. Obviously, I have to take off the little tags and such. You can kind of see it actually just in my kitchen light. And then the next thing I got is my favorite mascara currently, which is the Surreal by Maybelline New York, the Falsies, and the Blackest Black.
Aren't you amazed by the things that she shows off? She's like, you see this normal thing that I order all the time? This is my usual. This is my regular. You've seen it a lot, but here we go. I just bought it again. Y'all just remember, go down there and when y'all order from Amazon, she may have a link. I don't know if she has a link or not, but if she does, you can go down and click on her link or click on her store or whatever she has, and that's what you need to order.
Bless you. Also, I needed more eyeliner, and this is the one that I always use. A lot of people ask. It's the e.l.f. Eyeliner Liquid Expert in the color Jet Black.
All right, now that she has used for absolute years, and she has showed that off year after year after year, and her wings are always on point. That is one compliment she gets over and over and over, and that is something I cannot disagree with.
So I needed a bookmark because I don't have any. So I got this one. I thought it was so cute. It says, "Fuck off, I'm reading." And it's just this metal bookmark. There's a cutout heart and then a little like dingly heart on it. Last but not least, I needed a new makeup bag because I just get really bored and tired.
You just wanted to purchase something else. It probably came across your suggested, or you probably saw it on somebody else's page or something like that. And you most likely was like, okay, well, yeah, I can buy one of those. Yep, looks good. That's what I need now. Even if you don't need it, even if you already have a bag, it doesn't matter. You just got the wild hair, and that's what you needed.
Of the one that I use every single day. So this is what the inside looks like. I like this one because there's actually like sections in it. And I've been really wanting one like that. So super cute. I wanted the white one, but it was all sold out.
You normally like the ones that are just an open bag so that you can throw everything in there all at once and you don't have to worry about it. It's a lot easier for you just to take them, grab them all, and just whoop. That's what you've said over and over and over in time before. So why now do you want to section them out and organize them? Because every time you organize them, you mess it up again. Every time.
Which I know probably weird to hear me say because I wear black all the time. But the white one is also super adorable. So this is how hectic my makeup bag is right now. So I'm about to organize my new one.
Yeah, this bag right here is the type of bag she buys all the time. And this is how she does it all the time. Even when she organizes it, she'll go through it and she'll be like, okay, I don't need this. I don't need this. Let's get rid of this. I don't need this. I don't want this. Da 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 da. And then she'll end up getting another one and she'll do this again. So why waste your time? Why waste your money? It's because it's Amberlynn Reid.
All right, so we have my makeup bag organized. Here we have all my like glitter stuff. Eyelid, eyelash, eyebrow stuff besides my mascara is here. This is just like face stuff like blush, foundation, primer, etc. Here are all my eyeliners.
Y'all should be interested in knowing this. Can y'all look and see? This is how she's organizing it. Is this going to stay this way? My opinion, absolutely not. She is going to get lazy. And she is going to take every single one of these and throw them in there all together. Then she's going to get frustrated that she just had to take every single one of these and throw them all in there together and she can't zip them up. So she's going to go back to a regular bag. And yeah, it's just going to be one big huge open bag so she can just start throwing stuff back in there again. That's what she's going to do.
And when it comes to the colorful eyeliners, I recommend NYX. NYX has the very best. Lipsticks are here. And then here we just have like a random nail polish that I have, and then my diamonds and my diamond glue is down here. So now everything is more organized.
Okay, so the hot pink nail polish in there, hot pink is her color. So I understand the hot pink nail polish. For whatever reason, I do understand it being in her makeup kit. I don't know why that makes sense to me, but it makes absolute sense to me because it is Amberlynn Reid and you cannot expect anything less out of Amberlynn.
You guys, it is so windy here in Oklahoma right now. Like, it's bad, and I hope it doesn't mess with my power because I have my live stream today. So fingers are crossed that everything goes good. I want to talk more. It's our little BPD segment of my vlogs. So on top of doing EMDR therapy for it, I also am doing workbooks that was recommended to me.
Okay, all right. These are the portions I absolutely dislike. These are the portions I do not want to listen to because of the simple fact that she will self-diagnose herself, okay? And she will sometimes diagnose others by saying, yes, it sounds like this is what you have. It is not a very safe thing to do. It is not something she needs to do. It is something she needs to keep her mouth shut about. She is not a spokesperson that needs to be talking about this. And I will repeat that over and over and over again because it is the truth.
In my last vlog, I talked about the 9 criterias that are part of the BPD diagnosis and how you have to meet at least 5 of them. So within the 9, each one has its own like clusters and multitudes of symptoms and traits and characteristics. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you guys an example / symptom or thing that I deal with.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. So, all right. Can we chit chat for a second? All right. This woman right here can take absolutely anything, any symptom, any diagnosis, anything, and she can work it out in her mind and say, you know what? One time I did this. One time I did this. In my past, this happened. And it can be one single time that she can relate to something. And that one moment in life is what her diagnosis goes on. She has done this many of times. And when she does this, she holds on to it until, let's say, a doctor says, oh, well, you know, you can't have this diagnosis if you have this diagnosis. And whichever one's going to be more beneficial to her, that's the one she's going to choose. And that's the way she's done, even when she had the weight loss surgery and wanted to do the weight loss surgery. She said that she had the binge eating disorder, okay? And they said, well, if you have that, you can't be having weight loss surgery. Well, guess what? This little thing over here just went bye-bye. Because she said she was diagnosed with it. Then she said, oh, no, I wasn't diagnosed with it. Somebody just said I had it. And, you know, they thought I had it, but I didn't have it. So this is what Amberlynn does. So if you have BPD, I understand, I get it. Hopefully you are really diagnosed. Amberlynn herself has not come out and said who diagnosed her. She has not showed any proof that she was diagnosed. She is saying that she's not going to share any counseling. She's not going to share anything like that. She's not gone to get medication for it to help her out. She's only reading a book. None of this stuff adds up. So it does not matter what she says about this book. It does not matter if she relates to this book. None of it matters because she is not an authentic person.
Within each one of those things, because as you guys know, I suffer with all 9 out of the 9 listed in the criteria, which is very unfortunate and it's hard to handle. So for each one, I do have a multitude of symptoms, and I'm not going to sit here and name off every single one. Like, that is so much information. And also it's a lot of things that I'm embarrassed about. It's a lot of things that I am ashamed about.
You know what? You need to be embarrassed and you need to be ashamed of exactly what you did to Beck, and you need to come out and you need to say the shameful and the horrible things you did to Beck. That's what you need to be doing right now. You don't need to be talking about yourself. You don't need to be talking about how much pity somebody should have for you. You need to come out and say, I did this. I caused this. That's what you need to be doing, because that's accountability. But no, instead you're going to say, oh, I have this symptom, and because of this, I have BPD. That's what you're going to do throughout this entire process that you have this book. No accountability is ever going to be shown.
I'm not ashamed of the BPD diagnosis, but I am ashamed of some of the things that I do and have done. So number 1 is frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. So something I do with that, when I'm in a long distance relationship and I'm having an argument with my partner and they like hang up on me or they're ignoring my calls.
Okay, let's discuss this whole long distance relationship. The only thing that has been long distance was that I know of. Wifey was one, but wifey moved in with her, okay? And then she treated wifey wrong, wifey left. Then she had the married woman who was long distance, but they weren't even really in a relationship because the married woman was trolling her in the beginning. And the married woman's wife was involved in that troll. And then she had Tommy, and she pretty much moved in with Tommy. And then she messed things up with Tommy. So it doesn't matter what she says about all this in the long distance relationships. She doxed Tommy. So it doesn't matter about abandonment issues, any of that. She wasn't abandoned. She doxed. She caused an issue for that person. She never should have put Tommy out there. So abandonment, whenever it comes to long distance, no, I do not believe that.
I will literally frantically call them at least like 30 times in hopes that they will answer me. The best way I can describe it is like it's this fire burning like urgency that I literally cannot control.
And you know what? That's not always BPD. You want to know something? I tell you something about myself. I tell you something. And I'm gonna admit this. One rule I have about being my friend is I won't call you unless I need something. So if I call you one time, I need you. I'll text you any other time. And if you don't answer my call, I will leave a voicemail saying 1. Then I'll call back and leave the voicemail saying 2. I've gotten all the way up to 20. And what's bad, what is so bad is people will get used to me doing that. And then whenever I stop doing it, they're like, why haven't you called me lately? I tell everybody you cannot be my friend without me being able to call you. I do it to my husband. I do it to my kids. I could just text them, but if I need you, I'm going to call you. I started that a long time ago, and I tell you something, every single one of my friends, they always tell me, they tell everybody, Janet comes with a clause. Sorry, I had to tell you that. Welcome to Janet being Janet.
Like, I get super anxious and I'm scared. I feel like they hate me. They're never going to talk to me again. So I just frantically call, text, and I genuinely look insane when I do it. So number 2 is a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships characterized by alternating between extremes of idealization and devaluation. So this is something that you guys have actually noticed that I do.
You know what? You need to, you seriously, when you read these, and just like what you just said, here's the problem. You just said that they pointed out to you that you did this, you do this, you did this in the past, this is you. You didn't even know this. You didn't even clock this. This is what other people told you you do. Just like other people told you you had this. Other people. Not being diagnosed by somebody, in my opinion, you were not fully diagnosed, because I think you lie a lot of the times. Okay, I know you lie because you have said it. More than once you have said it. So, if everybody else would quit diagnosing you over the internet, you wouldn't have half this stuff. But people diagnosing you, they're causing all of this. But they're going to keep diagnosing you. You know what? There ain't no telling what you're going to have next. I tell you something, when you start reaching out and you start saying you have autism and things like that, you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Is I will be in a relationship with someone and I'll come on here and I'll be like, they're so perfect. I have never loved someone as much as I love this person. Like, this is the best relationship I've ever been in.
All right, Amberlynn, let me tell you something. The only person that you love is yourself. You don't love anybody more than yourself. The only other person that you love was Destiny. That's it. The happiest you've ever been is with Destiny. And Destiny puts you in your place faster than anybody else. Destiny did not care. She called you out. She did every single bit of it. That's the one you love. That's the one that got away from you. So put Destiny back in your life and let Destiny look at you and say, you know what? Hush it. You know what, Amberlynn? It's not funny. You know what, Amberlynn? You don't need to be talking right now. Destiny, right now, you would not be acting like this. You couldn't be saying that. That's my opinion, and that's what I think.
That's me idolizing them. But if they do one small thing that makes me question if they love me, or makes me question their loyalty to me, or if I can trust them, or whatever it may be, instantly those feelings go away. And I think, oh my God, like they hate me. So I really truly hate them in this moment.
Okay, so you really truly hate them in that moment. You went and worked with Destiny. You got the same job as Destiny twice. Okay? You are the one that followed Destiny around. Destiny, like I said, put you in your place. She called you out. She made sure that you were not walking all over her. You were extremely happy with Destiny. When Destiny broke up with you, you went on a live stream. I think it was a live or a video. And you ended up drinking an entire bottle of wine. Because you were so sad, but laughing about it at the same time. Because Destiny was your love, and you wanted to get back with Destiny even when you were with Beck. So the stuff that you're saying, none of this really makes sense. And most of the people that's watched you for a long time, we can call you out on your blubber.
Everything is bad. Everything is bad. And like all of the good just like completely vanishes. So that is what people call the black and white thinking. Number 3 is identity disturbance, which is markedly and persistently unstable self-image or sense of self. So something that you guys have actually noticed is I adopt.
Once again, we have noticed. The audience has noticed. Somebody else told you you did this. Figure it out for yourself. You answer these questions. You have to notice it's what it is. You have to be the one to circle them. You need to be the one to go, okay, yep, this is my problem. It's not for somebody else to go, hey, Amberlynn, red flag, red flag. It's you. But no, you want to go, okay, yep, somebody said I might have this, so let me fit this in. This is what you do. It is a pattern.
People's personalities or behaviors or the way they speak, and it's something like I genuinely cannot control. Number 4, impulsivity in at least 2 areas that are potentially self-damaging. For example, spending, sex, substance abuse, reckless driving, binge eating, etc.
I already did the whole, okay. I already talked about the binge eating. I already talked to you about the whole driving part. I talked to you about the spending part. I have talked to y'all in the whole thing with the sexual. Yeah, she wasn't that way with Beck. I've talked to you about every single one of those. So let's see what her excuse is.
So I actually never realized that the way that I eat and my eating issues could be due to having BPD, but it turns out it very well could be.
Okay, so guess what? Don't blame me for the way I eat. Don't blame me for the food I eat. Don't blame me for how much I eat. Don't blame me for my weight. Don't blame me for what I buy. Don't blame me for nothing. It's my BPD. Understand that? Don't you hold me accountable for that. Don't you dare. It's not fair to me. Okay, and hey, trigger warning. It's up here on the screen. Trigger warning. Right now, guys. No, all seriousness, everything aside. Trigger warning. Get out of the room. Turn it off. Be done with it. All the way. Come back to another video of mine later on in life. If you do not like offing oneself, if you cannot take it, if you cannot hear about it, this is something that she's warning on here, because I know some of y'all just listen and you don't watch. She's giving this warning, so I need y'all to really, really take this serious, okay? And please, I don't know what she's gonna say. Just please, if it is a trigger for you, please turn this off, okay? I need you to turn this off. And then you can come back to another video, okay?
Number 5 is reoccurrent behavior, gestures, or threats, or self behavior. So sometimes when I'm having like an actual full-fledged meltdown, I threaten. I have...
this is the first time I've ever heard anything about this. And I won't joke about this because it's not funny. But this is the first time I've ever heard anything about this. I don't know what I've missed, but I've never heard anything.
Ideation. I do want to make it very clear, I will never do something to harm myself, but in that moment, during that meltdown, more than anything else in the world because of the pain that I feel. Because when you do have BPD, like the pain that you feel is literally overbearing.
You know what? When you have depression, Amberlynn, plain out depression, depression can make it to where it is, the idea of going on in life is just way too much. You do not have to have BPD. You do not have to have that in order to have that sensation, in order to have that feeling, in order to have that thought. That's one thing that you cannot limit to BPD. And I will not allow you to limit that to BPD. There are a lot of different other things that can go along with that. So don't sit here and try to tell people, oh, I have BPD because of this. Severe anxiety, severe depression, severe bipolar, severe, I mean, there are so, I could keep on going. So many things. So guys, let me just tell you, if you are diagnosed with any of this whatsoever at all, and you ever have any thoughts about this, just remember, there are people to always talk to. All right? If you need to, come on this channel and talk to me. Reach out and get help. This is not cool, and Amberlynn should not be limited to just BPD. I'm not okay with this.
But because of that pain, I genuinely do not want to be alive anymore in that moment. I have actually embarrassingly documented a moment of me having that before. It was during like 100 days of uploading. I think it was in like...
She just said embarrassingly. That right there. Embarrassingly. She didn't experience that. She's never experienced that. She should be absolutely ashamed of herself right now. She is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Because if you have that feeling, if you have that draw in your life, it's not embarrassing to you. It's serious. It's not a laugh. It's not something you just pass over. That's not what happens to you. It's never, ever, ever explained as embarrassing. She is 100% not somebody to listen to. Do not listen to her. Do not take advice from her. Do not believe her. She should not be talking about this.
2019 or 2020, a video of me expressing that I felt so. I didn't say those words completely, but it was how I was feeling in the moment. You guys couldn't see that in the video, but I was hurting. I was hurting really bad.
If you had a video out there and it was that bad, if there was a video out there and it was that bad, I guarantee you, you should remember the name of that video. Because if you are at that low of a point in life, and that is something that you are experiencing in life, and you're documenting that part of your life, you're going to remember that day. You're going to remember that moment. You're going to remember that second. You're going to remember everything flashing before your eyes. You're going to remember everything, including the title. So, Amberlynn, you are full of every single thing you can be full of. This is not fair. It's not funny, and you should not be talking about it. It's not okay.
And a lot of people was calling me a liar, and in return, it was actually just making me feel worse. Like, this is hard for me to open up about, like extremely hard. And it's things that like I've always suffered with in private. I remember one of the first times that I actually expressed out loud my ideation. I was 15 years old and I actually was sent to a mental hospital. But again, I would never in a million years do anything to hurt myself. It's just in those moments.
In those moments you want attention, right? Because you cannot remember what video. You cannot remember where you're at. You cannot remember what you did. You cannot remember, let's see, day or a time of day. You cannot remember who was around you. You cannot remember location. You cannot remember any of that, but the thought was in your head. Bull. I want to cuss right now, but I'm not going to. This is complete bull. This is an outright lie, is what this is.
Like during a meltdown, you hurt so bad that just seems like the best option. So it's a fleeting thought, and I don't want anyone to worry about me, please. Like, this is just another one of those symptoms that I suffer with.
I'm not worried about you. I think you're pathetic. I think you are 100% pathetic, and I think you should not ever be able to utter another word about this. That's what I think. I can't believe you. I can believe you, but I at the same time, I can't believe you for going this far and talking about this. You are horrible. You are a horrible human being for thinking that this is embarrassing. I feel sorry for the people listening to you right now. I do.
So number 6 is affective instability due to a marked reactivity of mood. So for example, intense episodic dysphoria, irritability, or anxiety usually lasting a few hours and only rarely more than a few days. So this is very much like my mood swings.
Mood swings come with a lot of different diagnoses, not only BPD. They do. So you're sitting here and you cannot diagnose yourself with this, Amberlynn. You absolutely cannot. And now after what I just heard from you, I don't believe a word you say. I think it's all, I will not believe another word you say. I won't. And I'm going to call you a liar from here on out.
Or something so small could happen, but I feel so strongly about it. So a good example of that would be if I send a long, sweet message to my partner saying like, I love you, I've been thinking about you, I miss you, like I can't wait to talk to you again, just whatever it may be. And like all they send back in response is love you too. That triggers something inside of me so hardcore.
What that is a toddler reflex. That's what that is. I want what I want right now. Give me what I want right now. Respond to me like I want you to right now. You're not doing it in a playful way. That's not what you're doing. And you don't only do that over a phone. You do that constantly to people in front of you even. If somebody is standing in front of you and you want their attention right then and they don't give you your attention, you throw a hissy fit until they give you their downright attention. You will make them, and you will do something, cause some kind of episode so that they'll give you the attention. That's who you are. You have to be the center of attention, no matter what the situation is.
Or where I feel uncared for, I feel unloved, I feel unappreciated, and it absolutely like sends me into this like abandonment feeling and I spiral. It leaves me anxious and worried, and sometimes it sends me into a meltdown, and sometimes like...
Are you on anxiety meds? Because all you're saying over and over is anxious, 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 anxious. Are you on anxiety medication? Because didn't you say you have to go see a psychiatrist? Ain't that what you said? So do you have medication? Are you medicated? Because you talk about Beck being medicated all the time is what you do. You talk constantly about Beck being medicated when you were with them. So are you medicated now? Huh? You talk about your counseling. Why aren't you medicated? Why aren't you talking about that? Because you don't want to. If you have all this wrong with you, and if you want to say anxiety and anxious all the time, back to back, in every single answer almost, you should be medicated.
I'm genuinely just like frantically journaling about it. Number 7 is chronic feelings of emptiness. So that's pretty explanatory. Sometimes like I feel so lonely that I genuinely feel like I'm the last person on earth.
You should feel lonely. You drive everybody away, and most of it is your own daggum fault because you dox everybody. You dox them, and then you cry about it. That's what you do. Anybody that comes on your channel, they need a warning because you are going to put out there, you are a bad creator. You have an entire community focused around you for what kind of person you are and what kind of creator you are. It's not okay, Amberlynn. You caused this, but you won't stand up and go, I did this. It's me. I'm the whole reason why. You won't do this. And I hope that I get to be back to normal laughing Janet here in a minute, because she's me.
So as I'm editing this, I'm realizing that I was way too vague with that answer. But for me, when I have chronic loneliness, which is quite frequently, it is heavy, it is painful.
You don't have any friends anymore because of the way you treat them. You use live streams because you ain't got nobody to talk to. You ran off all your dag-blame friends. You doxed your last girlfriend. You doxed the one before that. You doxed Jade. You doxed everybody. And everybody runs away.
It sends me down major depressive episodes. Like, I can be in a room.
Wait, what? Yeah, I'm stopping that early. Depressive episodes. Are you on medication for depression? Are you? Have you seen a psychiatrist for that? Has a psychiatrist diagnosed you with all of this? Because you're only going to a counselor. And the last time I checked, a counselor is not going to be the one that's going to say you have BPD. So are you going to a psychiatrist? The psychiatrist diagnosed you, the psychiatrist is medicating you. Is that what you're doing?
With 10 people and feel lonely. I can be in my room by myself and feel lonely. I could be hugging someone I love and feel lonely. It doesn't matter. Sometimes the loneliness, like, genuinely makes me feel like I am not loved by a single person.
If you look at how you are, your mother can be right next to you, and you trash your mother for your past, and how she wasn't there for you, and how she had her flaws in her past. She'll stand right there next to you. And that's what you do to her. You do not deserve anybody supportive in your life. If that's what you're going to do, if that's how you're going to treat them, you need to have respect for your mama. That's what you need to do. And if I have to be the one to lecture you, I will be the one to lecture you.
On this planet, and I am not cared for by a single person on this planet. And it sends me down like a pretty bad depressive episode for sure. Number 8 is inappropriate, intense anger or difficulty controlling anger. So for example, frequent displays of temper, constant anger, or reoccurrent physical fights. So for me, I'm not like a physically...
You are a toddler that throws temper tantrums when you don't get your way. That's what you are. That's what you have been. That's what you have always done. And then you also buy people's love. Is what you try to do. But a lot of people, you can't even buy it back after what you do to them. Yeah. And it's not stuff that you do with BPD either. They don't even classify as BPD.
Abusive person, but I have done some yelling. I'm not gonna lie about that. If I feel uncared for or like not seen or unheard, which is actually a BPD symptom, sometimes it genuinely can lead to like loud yelling with like hysterical crying. So the last one, which is number 9, which is transient stress related paranoid ideation or severe dissociative symptoms. So sometimes I feel completely detached, like, from myself.
Okay, if you feel detached from yourself, then you're unaware of society around you. You're unaware of where you're at. You're unaware of what is happening around you. I call malarkey. When you're detached, you're detached. But I guarantee you still know what's happening. I guarantee you.
And from my memories. So that's why sometimes I can share something from like my childhood that genuinely hurt me, and I could seem like unbothered, or I could like nervously laugh about it. While other times I can share the exact same story and cry about it.
Yeah, especially when you're right in front of your mother. That's when you like to share a story. That's what I'm talking about. You don't even understand around you. I mean, come on now. It's not that difficult.
So those are just some examples of like the multitude, and I'm telling you, a multitude of things that I deal with that I didn't share. So those are just like a few that I wanted to just like give you guys a little look into, because I'm telling you, this is a lot of information for me to absorb.
And I do not like doing this whole book. I don't like it. You get me in the mood I don't want to be in. Because you're a liar, Lynn. I want to go back to Janet. I'm still Janet. I'm serious, Janet. I don't like being serious, Janet. But you are right. I don't like it. I want to have fun on YouTube, and you ain't no fun no more, Amberlynn. Get rid of the dag-blame book. Nobody believes a word of what you're saying, because all you're doing is making crap up. And I'm sorry, people, that I got like that. I really am. I'm sorry. But I had to be me, and I had to call her out on what I had to call her out on, and I think it's an absolute pity and an absolute shame of what she's doing. This is absolutely ridiculous, and I would do the same thing to the other person that I talk about. I would act the same exact way, because there's certain things I don't believe in, and there's certain things I talk about.
And for me to share, I'm a bit overwhelmed, and I don't want to overwhelm anyone else. And I feel better sharing this part of me, because all of these issues that I've had for so long, I've been like, what is wrong with me? What is happening? Finally, there was a name to it, and I was ashamed.
Ding, 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 manipulation land. Ding, 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 manipulation land. She's ashamed. But she also included in there that she had offing oneself ideas. And she's ashamed. She is ashamed that that's one of the... She included that in there. She put that story in there. She talked about it. But she's ashamed. If somebody go down there and disagree with me in the comments, go ahead. Disagree with me. Tell me I'm wrong. When you're going through a moment like that in your life, you're not thinking, oh, it's embarrassing. I'm so ashamed that I did that. That's not what you think. Even afterwards, you don't think that. No, not at all. You don't think that. You keep that to yourself. And you're like, you know what? I did this. I walked through this. This happened. Not embarrassed, not ashamed. You pulled through it. Those two words do not go. Amberlynn, you're a piece of crap.
I was ashamed, and that's why I didn't tell you guys when I was first diagnosed, because I was like, what, are you joking me? And slowly I've realized there's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, yeah, I'm ashamed of some things I've done in the past, of course. And
she's going to keep using those words over and over and over and over again. Go disagree with me down in the comments.
Some things that I currently do. But like, I cannot show you guys that I'm improving unless I show you guys certain things that I have done and certain things that I do, you know, a year or two down the line, be like, you guys, remember when I told you I did A, B, and C? I haven't done A, B, and C in 6 months. So I know as I do more of this workbook, there's going to be a lot more.
And you're full of garbage and trash is what you are. That's what's spewing out of your mouth right now. You need, them lips need to quit moving. Them words need to stay in there. Because your mind ain't working with it. So stop.
Topics of like more symptoms and more things like that. So I will share more of that when we get to those chapters. And I just want to say thank you guys for listening to me and for giving me a platform to share my story of having borderline personality disorder, because so many people do struggle.
You are so not welcome. So not welcome. Because you are a liar, you are a manipulator, and you are so full of trash right now.
Hello. So the last time you guys saw me, it was actually on the 4th.
Yep, and you were lying every single bit of the way, because you couldn't guarantee if somebody's sitting in front of you, you could not maintain eye contact. You'd be looking away and everything else because nobody could take you serious.
And today is the 6th. So after the last clip that you guys saw, I had my live stream, my members only live stream, and it was very emotional. I actually had to take about a 6-minute break because I was getting so anxious. Like, I was crying. I was actually about to hyperventilate. Like,
if you're anxious, why don't you have anxiety medication? If you're that anxious, you have to take a break, you're crying over it, and you can't gather your life, why aren't you on something?
I was getting the full body tremors, which is something that happens when I am overly anxious and my adrenaline is like really high. It was genuinely pretty scary, actually. It was a much needed stream, and that's why I'm pretty sure today I am going live publicly. But before I get into that,
if you get anxious and you have all that going on, do you not think that maybe you have other medical issues going on? Especially if your heart's racing and you have anything in your body shaking. Don't you think maybe there's something else going on and maybe you need to go to the doctor for that? Don't you think you might need to do that? So go to the doctor, find out why you're so anxious, find out why your body does that, find out if your heart starts racing, find out all that, and then come back and give us that diagnosis.
Someone mentioned in my live stream that they don't like when I put clips from the members live stream and my vlogs because it's meant for them, and so I want to listen to their wants and needs, and they're correct. It's weird to use my right hand because I'm left-handed. I don't know why I switched that. But so I will no longer be putting clips.
They've said that for a while now. Even reaction channels have said that to you. That is not right, that is not okay, and that they are getting gypped. And you're just now figuring that out? Told you, it ain't working.
From my members live streams in my videos. So if you guys just want to be a part of those, definitely join. From how I'm feeling today, and especially like the last couple of days, I think I'm going to start being more open for sure with just everything in my life. Today is supposed to be Thursday Weight Watchers weigh-in, but I have been so...
In other words, you know what? I'm on Weight Watchers, but I'm not going to prove I'm on Weight Watchers. I'm not going to weigh in for you. I'm not going to tell you how many, points I have each and every single day. I'm not going to keep you up to date with it, but I'm just going to, ease you into saying, hey, I'm on a diet plan, but you're not going to have any proof I'm on a diet plan. Just like you're not going to have any proof I'm diagnosed with BPD. She is not going to give you any kind of proof of anything. She's saying, just believe me. Believe me. That's all you need to do. Just believe me.
Separated and detached from just life, that I actually have not even been tracking on Weight Watchers. I know I should be, but I just haven't been. Doesn't mean I'm giving up or anything like that, so.
Did you realize that she just said right now she's detached from life? She said with her BPD she was detached. So she's detached from life. How is she doing her member live stream? If she's detached from life. How is she sitting here doing her makeup if she's detached from life? How is she talking about what her members say if she's detached from life? How? Make it make sense. The pennies rolling on the floor.
Don't worry, I don't know, I've just been really out of it, actually. Sorry, the lighting in here is actually pretty dark because just last night, my light bulb went out, and I already contacted maintenance because when these lights go out, they don't want you to change them. They want you to contact them.
No, you just don't want to change it yourself. Because if it was me or my husband, we'd be like, I ain't waiting on you. I want light. I'm going to do it my own daggone self. If it's going to take you 2-3 days, nope. I'm going to do it myself. Amberlynn, no, I'll wait on you. Can take you a month. I'll wait on you. I'm just going to complain the entire time.
So I can do it for you, which is pretty cool, I would say. So anyways, yes, I am going live publicly tonight, and I am extremely nervous about it because I know it's gonna be so many people at one time.
Why are you going to be nervous about it? Shouldn't you be anxious about it? Think you should. I think your body should be having a reaction, shouldn't you? Because you don't get nervous. You're supposed to get anxious. Did you not read the book, Amberlynn? I heard it.
Like coming at me. Not saying like everyone is going to be coming at me in a negative way, but whether it's negative, positive, whatever it may be, it's just going to be a lot at once.
But you're detached. If you're detached, you shouldn't care if people are coming at you or not. Shouldn't know what's going on around the world and around you and your environment. You should be in this bubble where nothing else exists. You're detached from the world, so it shouldn't matter what's being said. Remember that.
And I am nervous for that, but I think I'm going to be able to handle it. I just really want to talk about things that I've never allowed myself to talk about. And that's what I mean when I say like I'm breaking my silence. Will I regret this? I don't know. Do I need to do it for my own peace of mind? Yes.
And that's how we end that day. And I'm still calling Malarkey on everything she said because she embraced the silence and Beck says, huh, now we go.
Hello. So today is March 7th. I did not vlog anything else yesterday because I did a 3-hour live stream. It was a 3-hour live stream that was pretty intense, but I don't really want to talk about it in my vlog right now. I kind of just want to like...
Were you detached? Mm-hmm. Was your mouth just moving? World didn't exist? You didn't know what was going on around you? You just detached, right? Or you had anxiety. Anxious. You were anxious. Yep. That's what you were. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were. So that's why I don't hardly ever pay attention to your lips are moving. Because most of the times, if your lips are moving and these words are coming out, they lies.
Have a good day. My mom called me last night and she was like, do you want to go to bingo? So I'm going to go to bingo with her and obviously her fiance and also a friend of hers. So I'm excited for that. So if anyone's curious, the perfume that I'm wearing today, which I like have no more, I want to buy a full size of this because honestly, I love it so much.
You buy the perfume before you even smell it, Amberlynn. So you got a little bitty bottle of something that you love so much, but look at how much perfume you got on the dagblame shelf. So you're going to run out of that little bitty bottle and you're going to buy more of that, but you ain't even going to use what you got on your shelf? What's the point?
It's called Another 13. I literally love it, but I'm going to be getting rid of this perfume right here. This is actually a Shakira perfume, and I genuinely dislike it so much.
Is it because of what it looks like? It doesn't match your aesthetic? Because that's usually what you go for. Because you order stuff off of Amazon and don't know what it smells like.
And I low-key am not really a fan of Your Turn by Billie Eilish, and I'm also not a fan of Eilish 3. But I am going to keep these just because I like how they look. I think they're cute. But the bottle's ugly. The smell's ugly. I think I'm done buying perfume without smelling it first.
Well, congratulations, Amberlynn. You might have got a little bit of common sense there. Maybe. Probably not. But maybe. Who buys perfume for the bottle? Amberlynn does.
All right, you guys, so I have been back from the good old bingo for a few hours now. I did not win. My stepdad did.
Yeah, but you didn't even show us anything besides you throwing wadding paper up and throw it in the trash. You didn't give us anything exciting. I told you I want the I want the daubers. I like watching the daubers. I like watching those. I think those are fun because I can't keep up, especially when it's like you got all them ones in front of you and you're just trying to... It's like their hands barely move, but I don't know. It's like a printer printing. All these little bitty all these little bitty dots just come out of nowhere. It's funny to me, okay? I can't keep up. My eyeballs can't even keep up.
I'm telling you, he has like the most luck at bingo. But that clip you guys just saw of me throwing away a bingo sheet was all of us trying to win $1,000.
That wasn't one bingo sheet. I do not believe that. I think that was more than one bingo sheet.
And we didn't, but someone else did. And I always believe that like when someone else wins, like especially like a really big chunk of money like that, then they are the ones, they're the chosen ones. Like the universe is like, they need this, they deserve this.
And yeah, you want to know something? They need this, they deserve this, and you're just jealous. You just admit it. Do you understand? So your camera just dies. Do you understand you are a vlogger? Change the battery. I have to change the battery in mine, and then I start exactly where I left off. And I just keep talking. Okay, because I talk a lot. But just change the battery. You were in the wrong profession, Amberlynn.
All right, you guys, so I haven't given you an update in a few days on my build. I am on step 285 out of 584. And this is how it is looking so far. It is massive. I was not expecting it to be so huge. But yeah, it's like literally gigantic. So I have...
Anyone else gonna be good and glad when she gets done with this? I understand there are people that are watching her for this, and people are interested in this and the details that are in it. And I understand that people are really, really interested in this. I'm not. I see all the little bitty parts and pieces and all that. I'm just not into the whole details part of it, I guess. I don't know. I'm just... Ignore my phone. People don't leave me alone sometimes. And it's probably my horses setting off my alarms. Okay, that's what they do sometimes when they travel back and forth in front of the door.
2 chairs in here, and we're doing some outside exterior.
Okay, I do think this is going to look pretty awesome when she's done. I do think that. I am going to give her that. I do think this car is going to look pretty daggum awesome when she's done.
All right, you guys, so I just edited this video, saw that I did not have an outro, so I'm here to say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one.
All right, Amberlynn, are you back in just your bra? Is that what you're doing again? Are we back in that era? I guess we are back in that era. Okay, so let me just say, yes, I know I got a little in there. You know, that's my donkey sound, okay? Because I was being a donkey butt. I understand I got like that, but I get protective over my audience and my viewers, my subscribers. I get protective of you, okay? I don't like that when people lie, okay? I don't. But don't worry, you need to check out the next video if you don't like this one. I'm always here about Amberlynn, all right? But she needs to wisen up, because she forgot her degree and Google failed her. Really did. I feel sorry for Google, because it must be working overtime right about now just to help her out on what to say, because she don't understand layman terms at all. But I hope y'all have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this, and you remember to smile today or make somebody else smile, 'cause it really can make a difference. Yeah, it can. Y'all know that, right? You do. You know that? You can tell when I'm in a good mood. You really can, because one, I talk a lot. I always talk a lot. But I do. I talk a lot, and I have a lot of Okay, some people get annoyed by that, and some people don't. I ramble. And I ramble for a reason, because my mouth does not shut up, and it's not my fault. And I include people on what's going on in my life, and maybe I shouldn't do that, but I do that because I just chit-chat with you. That's what I say. I'm just talking to you about somebody that I don't know what to say about sometimes. Because we're just saying, welcome to Amberlynn Reid and Janet being Janet talking about her. Alright, so I hope y'all have a good one for me. I'll see you in the next one, so hit subscribe. I never say that to you, but y'all make sure you have a good one.